one of the best sprinters I've ridden, and it's sad that we weren't able to see him on the track again, but he's provided us with some great memories, some brilliant times on the track, and most notably that Everest win was very spectacular.
Classic Legend 4 off. The grey flash is starting to cut loose. Here he comes. Classic Legend storms to the front and kicked away. The grey flash is now an Everest legend.
It's an important part of our racing industry now to rehome these racehorses from off the track, whether they're Group 1 winners or maiden winners.
Bon Ho has given the horse to Kieran and his family, and it means a lot to me to know that he's going to a great home. Oh, we'll miss him. He's a beautiful horse. He's a special horse, you know, from the day he come here. And that's why I'm so tickled pink that Kieran and his wife have got him, because I know that he'll get all the love and attention that he deserves.
We're really pleased to have him join us at our property, and the kids are really excited, and great to be able to look after him and start a new chapter for him in retirement.
Yeah, well, when you're in your 80s, you don't get too many chances. So, yeah, he gave me one of the greatest thrills of my life.
Still don't think we ever really saw the best of him, did we? Maybe that day, the day he won the Everest so dominantly. He also won the shorts. He picked up $9.3 million in prize money, only had 15 starts, and ended up 10th on Australia's all-time list of prize money winners. Just a remarkable animal, wasn't he? Classic Legend. He could have been even more. He could have been just one of the greats of the turf. We never really got to see him do it all in too many preparations, had his injury concerns, and unfortunately, although he wasn't injured significantly, they just didn't want to take any risks with him, and he'll be up there at Karen McAvoy's farm on the Central Coast in retirement, where he'll be absolutely doted on, I'm sure. So the end of a great career, Classic Legend. It gave us a lot of thrills when he was on the track. Race 8 at Warwick, 8 minutes away. This is 0 to 55, 13.50. Very open race. Sagrado favourite from a wide draw. It's $4. Heart of Marble, Better Strings, Abb Roy, and then Awesome Audrey, $10. Here's Paul.
Welcome back to Warwick for the last time this afternoon. Race 8 is upon us. It's a 0 to 55 benchmark. We're over the 1,350 metres. It's a big field to round us out. Competitive betting affair, as it has been all day. Let's start with number 1, Heart of Marble, for the Mark Curry stable. Bailey Wheeler takes the ride. He won't claim. The blinkers go back on this 5-year-old after a first up, fourth at Toowoomba behind Uncle Bud, where he didn't get much luck. I'm loving the blinkers going back on second up. It shows some real intent. Throw in a perfect barrier draw. Bailey Wheeler up in the saddle, and a lovely parade. Plenty to like about number 1, Heart of Marble. The 2, Buin Road, for the Milne stable. Chris Taylor takes the ride. Disappointing first up at Doomben behind Sawiti is 100 to 1 pop, but obviously that was a lot stronger than what he meets today. He'll find this a lot easier, but he will need to improve, and he's only won 1 from 17. Number 3, A Road to Emmaus, the next one to have a look at for Jesse Townsend and Corey Sutherland. Corey will take the full 3 kilos off here, and Road to Emmaus could be a definite improver. First up at Nanango, beaten in a benchmark 45, so not much form to speak of, but last preparation, he did win a benchmark 55 at Gatton, and he drew a wide barrier that day and led throughout, so perhaps an aggressive ride from that gate could see him run a cheeky race at odds. Number 4, Mountbatten, for Peter Rice and Kenji Yoshida. Just struggling to find form. He hasn't won in over 3 years. He's only won 5 from 52, and he's drawn poorly, so he's a hard horse to have here today. Let's have a look at the 5, Abb Roy, for Michael Hemmings, Rob Thorburn. Rob will take the full 4 kilos off. She is a 10-year-old mare, and she's won last start at Bow Desert, a benchmark 55 beating Sagrado. They meet again today. And she did it from up on speed. She's drawn soft today. She should take up a position. Who knows? 10-year-old mare. She just turns out she always races well. She always tries hard. She gives herself every chance. She's walking around as if she's been here 136 times before. She might win again. Number 6, Awesome Audrey, for the Boyd stable. CJ Graham takes the ride. Disappointing last start, went out to the 1,400 behind Hot Step, but that was a fairly brutal run race, and she just didn't see out the 1,400, so they've freshened her, brought her back here to the 1,350, an easier race at Warwick. I think she can run a race. She's got the perfect draw. She's a nice type. She makes her own luck, takes up a position. She's not out of it. 7, Hairy Lover, for Pat Sexton and Nozi Tomazawa. 2 runs back from a spell. It's been underwhelming, I suppose. Carried a big weight at Nanango last start. That was a benchmark 45. So it does step up a touch in grade today. You'd like to see him strike form before you got into him. The 8, Sagrado, for the Hubbard stable. Michael Hellier rides. Johnny Hubbard, he came and said hello to us at Ipswich the other day, John. Lovely to see you. He trains this horse, Sagrado, who's been in the money at 2 of his last 3. He was runner-up at Bow Desert behind Abb Roy last start. Unfortunately, he's got the horror draw here for Michael Hellier, but if he can weave some magic from out there, he's certainly got the form to run a race. The 9 Social Star, Pat Webster, Kirk Matheson. There's been a few whispers around for this mare today. She was a winner at Inverell, 2 back to break her maiden, then 3rd at Moree in a Class 1 last time out. I thought there was a bit more depth to this race than last start, but the whispers are strong, the stable's firing, and Kirk, good to see him back in the saddle. He's fit, healthy, and it's only a matter of time before he starts booting home some winners. And just looking at this mare, the daughter of a Stern, she's a nice mare to look at, Social Star. Yes, she gets a big tick out of the yard. All right, the 10 Better Strings, the next one for Peter Lindenberg and Taylor Marshall. She's a tricky mare. She'll have a flashing light on a one start, disappoint the next. But she's looking well. She's coming off a much stronger race at the Sunshine Coast last start. She's well placed here. The 11 Disconcerted, Kieran Kerwin, Jake Malloy. Beaten first up at Gatton behind Z-Lark. Probably needs to step it up a fair bit off that. 12 Lady Denoro for Lynn Baskett and Aidan Thompson. Ran last in a Toowoomba trial. Has only placed once first up previously. Hard to have her. 13 My Day for Ken Perrin and Nori Masuda. 1 from 1 at the track. That's the big plus, but it was a non-tab race 2 starts ago. Den was beaten at Esk in a Class B. Hard to have her. And the 14, Pretty Piper, rounds us out for the Crop Stable. Alicia Donald takes the ride. 2 starts here previously unplaced. Did run second at 100 to 1 in a Class 2 at Toowoomba last start. So that's her best run for a while. Maybe she has turned the corner. Welcome back to Warwick Alive, heading into race number 8. There's been an incident. Number 9, Social Star, has dislodged Kirk Matheson and done a lap of the course. Good news is, after going a full lap and ripping past the winning post, he seems to have settled down just in a chute past the winning post, and the clerk of the course seems to have their eye on Social Star. I'm not sure where Kirk is, but hopefully all good there as well. In fact, I can see Kirk standing up, so he's fine. So obviously the vets will check this horse. Probably did from basically the starting mark, the 1350. Has basically run 1350 at full gallop. So I'll be surprised if they pass him. But obviously the vet will run his or her eye over Social Star and make the final decision there heading into race number 8. My Late Mail in the meantime is 1, 8, 5 and 6. So that won't affect the Late Mail. Heart of Marble goes on top. Lovely parade. Blinkers back on. Good draw. Bailey Wheeler up. A little bit easy in the market for the Mark Curry stable, which you don't love to see. But there was good support for him early days, so that money might already be on. 8 Sagrado, tricky draw to overcome, but the form looks good. Number 5, Abb Roy, the 10-year-old mare, having start number 137. 4 Kilo Claim, perfect draw. You've just got to throw her in your numbers. And the 6 Awesome Audrey rounds me out. CJ Graham rides another one with a good draw, should get a lovely run. So my numbers 1, 8, 5 and 6. Best backed horse is number 10, Better Strings, for the Lindenberg yard, and Taylor Marshall taking the ride. I caught up with Taylor heading into this race, so let's hear what Taylor has to say about this horse that's been really well backed. We're talking about number 10, Better Strings. Heading into the lucky last, we've got Taylor Marshall joining us, who rides Better Strings, a horse that's probably never lived up to its ability yet.
Yeah, that's right, Joycey. Sort of race pattern probably has a bearing on that. Back marker, sort of relying on a bit of luck, and that'll be this, similar case today.
Some runs has been a flashing light. Next start, you just can't wait to back it. And then punters back it, goes no good. A couple of runs later, comes out and runs another slashing race. Is it that sort of horse? Is it just a horse that needs things to go right, or is there some quirks?
Yeah, exactly. No, pretty much you've hit it in one. Inconsistent, but on her day, very capable. Hopefully we can get the runs through them today, relying on a bit of tempo. But if that's there, she's definitely up to her ears in this sort of race.
If anyone can get the best out of a Taylor, it's you. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks, Joycey. Cheers.
Yeah, absolutely. Taylor Marshall out here riding as well today. So some really top-class jockeys are out here this afternoon at Warwick, and certainly bolstering the jockey ranks, obviously encouraging turnover as well. When you see these big-name jockeys out here, the punters are more inclined to have a bet, and that's good for the industry as a whole. So thanks to all those jockeys who have come out here today, especially those that have had a chat to us during the afternoon, and of course all the trainers that have spoken to us post-race as well. We really do appreciate their time, in particular the jockeys, because we are jumping in there between races to grab them, and as usual, they're always up for a chat and to help us out here at Sky Thoroughbred Central. All right, let's have a look here at the last race. The favourite is now number 8, Sagrado, despite the draw. Number 10, Better Strings, has certainly been the best back to topple the favourite. Then we head to the 1, Heart of Marble at $4.80, and number 5, Abb Roy, the 10-year-old mare. She's fourth in line at $6. A bit of money around for 6, Awesome Audrey as well. CJ Graham's mount there now into single figure. So a good competitive race to close things off today. Social Star is a late scratching. Please take note. The steward's just informing me. Number 9, Social Star, late scratching after dislodging Kirk and doing a lap of the track. So the 9 is out. If you back the 9, you will get your money back as a refund. If you've got the 9 in the last leg of the quaddie, I think it's going to go on Sagrado. You'd have to double check that. I'm not sure what the latest rules are, whether it's the original favourite or the post favourite. If it's the original favourite, you're on Heart of Marble. If you're on the post favourite, who knows who you're going to be on, either 8, 1 or 10 at this stage. So just check your tickets, check your tab app and see if you've hit that quaddie. But yes, unfortunately, I'm not up to date on that final leg of the quaddie rule as it stands right now. I'll sort that out by the next time I'm on air, though. There'll be plenty of punters wondering what happens with Social Star there, number 9. There's my late mail on your screen, 1, 8, 5 and 6, Heart of Marble to bring it home. Hopefully, Sagrado, the big danger, 5, Abb Roy and 6, Awesome Audrey if you're playing the multis. All right, they're loading up pretty well here for the last. What do you call this when the sun's going down at the country? I think it's called golden hour. That's about what we're in at the moment. An absolute cracking day here and a beautiful afternoon out at Warwick. And it's been a great day's racing. Hopefully you found a few winners. And we've complimented the meeting there at Gosford today. Terrific coverage from the boys down there at Gosford. And, of course, tomorrow we've got Mawillambar Cup. We've got the big dance, tickets into the big one, and, of course, Bow Desert 9 races as well. So massive racing coming everywhere tomorrow as well on STC. We'll head up to Anthony Collins to call them home, though. This is the last race at Warwick. Good luck if you're alive in the quaddie.
Last race. Sagrado's the favourite, 4 into 7 and 6. The quaddie result thus far. Sagrado is the shortest way home. It's a good dividend as well, $633. So Social Star, the late scratching at $4.31. So good luck, punters. Join you from Toowoomba on Saturday night as we count down towards the Wheatwood Handicap. Stalls are back, and they're off in the last. Abb Roy, Heart of Marble began the best, and Road to Emmaus is up to attack there as well as Disconcerted and Harry Lover My Day next. And they're followed by Bewan Road, who's about centre field. Tucked away towards its inside there was Pretty Piper. Sagrado, this favourite, drifts back with also Awesome Audrey. Mountbatten is further back in the field and also Better Strings. It'll balance up second to last. Lady Denore was whipping them in. Last of all over on the inside. 14 lengths covering this field here, where it's Road to Emmaus in front, as it characteristically does with 800 metres from the judge. It's full of running out in front by about a length and a quarter. Over Disconcerted towards the outside of Abb Roy, Heart of Marble and Pretty Piper next. Harry Lover and also Bewan Road. Further back in the field, Awesome Audrey, and then came Sagrado. Favourite 10 lengths away from the speed. My Day is keeping it in a pocket at the moment, and they're followed by Better Strings towards the inside of it, with Mountbatten about 4 further back. Lady Denaro whips them in as they approach the home turn. So on the bend, thundering for home, 350 metres from the judge. So Abb Roy, one off the inside, raced up, hit the front, goes to the lead over Road to Emmaus, and they're followed by a wall of horses, including Awesome Audrey. Sagrado is trying to get through. Better Strings is close to the inside. Awesome Audrey, Better Strings, sprinted to the lead in a busy finish, and at 1. Better Strings beats Awesome Audrey. Sagrado, not much luck for third, and then came Abb Roy. Road to Emmaus, Pretty Piper for Disconcerted for next, and then came Harry Lover, followed by Bewan Road, Heart of Marble, My Day, Mountbatten, and Lady Denoro. Last runner in. And a rails hugging ride by Taylor Marshall. Better Strings wins the last. Yeah, Better Strings beats Awesome Audrey. 10, 6, 8. Fourth to come. 10, 6, 8. Better Strings got through underneath them all. There was quite a number of them that was going up and down in the one spot. All of a sudden you saw Sagrado starting to get through in behind them, but it was just balked for a run. So the interim result is 10, 6, 8 and 5. And Better Strings for Taylor Marshall and Peter Lindenberg win the final event, beating Awesome Audrey. CJ Graham for Alan Boyd, and third into the 8. Which was Sagrado, Michael Hellier for Johnny Hubbard, and officially fourth to the 5, which was...
All right, John, you don't know this, but every trainer that has stood next to me and watched a race today has booted home the winner. You've come up to me along the last, and I've thought, well, the money's on. I met you last week at Ipswich, and I thought this is meant to be. And sure enough, Taylor's gone zip straight through along the inside. Did you expect that?
No, I didn't. I didn't think he'd be on the fence. But anyway, that's racing. Got held up a bit. Unlucky again. He'll win one soon.
Did you expect things to pan out though today? Obviously, the market support was there. She's been a half unlucky. Like, she runs a slashing race one day, then she finds trouble the next, and today it's just all worked out.
He's just got to get back a bit, that horse, and that's that's just the way he races. So it's the way it is.
You're a bit more talkative at Ipswich the other day. Maybe it's because you'd had a couple, but things are going well up here for you.
Yeah, going good. Yeah, I like it up here. Yeah, I've been here for a good few years now, so yeah, it's good.
No desire to get back to Wyong?
No, not really. Not really. No, I'll finish up here.
Small team, bit of pre-training keeps you busy?
Yeah, that's about all I'm doing now. Running race sort of 3 or 4 and do a bit of pre-training for Muncie and Lindsay Goff and them guys, so it keeps me going.
Just pick the eyes out of them with your races. You found this race today the perfect race.
I thought it was. Yeah.
You've got the cash, well done.
Thanks.
All right, thanks for that, John. We might grab Taylor. Has he already come and gone? No, he's still coming in. Oh, wasn't it? I've just interviewed the wrong trainer. How good am I going? Johnny Hubbard.